Hi everyone, this is the JUSTPADRIDE Snowboard channel. I'm Lars Horstman, today with a tuning tip that you've been asking for over and over again, and that is how to tune Magne-Traction edges. You all know what I'm talking about: lip tech, Magne-Traction, wavy edge design, serrated edge design, however you want to call it. Rossignol snowboards do that as well, and currently some of the Jones boards I've noticed are reasonably aggressive in their edge design as well. And what is our difficulty with those designs? The difficulty is that every time there's a low spot, like the valleys of that edge, the file cannot get in there properly. And there's one way to deal with that, and that is simply reduce the contact patch that your file has on the edge. So when you buy those 1BallJ Magne-Traction tools for 20 bucks, which personally I think are somewhat useless because you can't really exchange files or work with diamond stones or whatever. But when you know those tools, you might have noticed that the file is only probably no more than 2.5 inches long. And that is exactly the idea behind that. The shorter file gets into those valleys of your edge. So let me show you how you do this if you don't have that specific tool and you want to be more flexible with different files and diamond stones. So let's say you only have like a normal side edge guide that you use with a clamp, a spring clamp. What you would normally do is probably something along the lines of this, right? And then you see here, contact patch on my edge is pretty large. It's like 10 centimeters, like almost 4 inches long, probably a bit more even. So that doesn't work. And what you want to do then is something more like this. So basically, now when you look at the contact patch that I have here, that's really not very much at all. Like that's probably 1.5 inches long, the amount of file that is going to touch my edge. Now in my case, I'm working with a screw clamp because I find that more secure. And the screw itself, this axle here, the screw, is actually in the way, right? I can't move the file higher up. So there's different ways to do this. What I can do is something like this, and then I get a contact patch that is about 2.5 inches long. This is probably like the Mervin tool, but the tang here is at a particular angle, and that doesn't always cut perfectly. So what I prefer to do is actually get more creative, and I move the whole thing here, and now when I look underneath, I can really dial in just this corner here. It's all I'm going to cut with. And of course that is less efficient, but hey, that's what Mervin wanted us to do, us poor tuners. So there you go. This is my contact patch that I have here on the file. Hope you can see this. And that's how you do the edges. That works pretty well. You just got to be careful not to slip, because really that does not feel very secure. I'm going to show you this on camera. Sometimes you want to play with the angle that the file is in there. Could be a little bit tricky, but really like it works. I don't like it. It's a little bit advanced. I also don't like Magne-Traction, but that is going to be its own topic. So this thing is sharp. And now when you want to go with diamond stones, that becomes all much easier, because the diamond stone doesn't really, there's no direction on it. You can put that in there however you want. So really, like I could even go and do something like this, for example. That would totally work, right? So main thing is I got some diamond on the edge. get wet. Doesn't really matter at what angle you put it in there. So that's pretty easy. But yeah, the file is obviously the problem. And I hope that this makes sense and it'll help you out so you can sharpen your Magne-Traction edges. All right, take care, dig your trenches, have fun, bye-bye.